Okay, welcome to Bo Camp's uh, Bay Roof. Bay Roof. That's what we're talking about. Take a quick look at this thing. Trying to build this roof right here. That's what we want to try to build. Sorry, right there. Now, how do you build that roof? These two, I'll tell you right off the top of my head. Those two roofs are the same pitch, 4 and 12. This roof and this roof, 5 1/16 inch pitch. Different pitch. What about this roof here? 6 1/4. They're all a little different. And now, why are they different? Well, I'm going to get to that in a second. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and build this. Let's go ahead and build this. How do I want to do this? Where is it? Where's the house? Where's the plan? Shit. W. Here it is, right here. Is this it? Yeah. So delete. Turn on the line weights. They're on. Roof planes. 100. Okay, that's what we're working with. First of all, on his plan here, he was a little off. 5'11.5" for the deck. Okay, I get that. What about this one? 5'11". Come on, let's make it the same. Okay, 6 foot. 6 foot. Let's make this 6 foot. I mean, you're ½ inch off. That's probably what it should be anyway. What's this? Well, that's 5 foot. Now that as-built conditions. Okay, it's 5 foot. What's this one? Or I changed this to 5 foot. 5 foot. I think you had it 4'8", 4'6". 4 foot. I bet they're all the same. So this distance here is 5 foot, 5 foot, 5 foot. Those. But this. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, what happened? Control Z. I lost it. I lost a. There it is. Right there. 6 foot. That's where it should be. Okay. So I've just defined the deck. I have a 6 foot deck over here, 6 foot deck over here, but around the bay it's a 5 foot deck. Okay. Now let's talk about this roof right here. You can see where my roof baselines are. This roof is 4 and 12 pitch, and it's the baseline height is this 4 and 12 pitch. I like it, but it should be right over 09. It should be right over that wall. Make sure it's on the beam. It's on the beam. Okay, right? It makes sense. Come over here. Make sure this one's in the right location. Where's my? Did I fix it? No. Delete it. Fix this roof. Fix this fucking wall. There, I don't care. Done. It's fixed. So I'm going to make sure that this roof right here, this roof plane is directly over where it should be. Is it over there? I think it is actually. Turn off the line weights. Yep, I think it's in the right location, isn't it? No, it's not. No, it's not. I gotta move this over 09 to is that where it is? Why can't I figure this out, man? Come on. Yeah, I think it's on that wall. Now I think it's located in the right place. So you got to make sure that those things are located in the right place first of all. Okay. Now what about these roof planes here? That's in the right location. And look at the baselines. That baseline's in the same location, and this roof is. Yep, it's right where it should be. These roofs are all along the beam, right? There's a beam at the edge of the deck. We understand that. And I want to make sure that all the roofs have the same baseline height. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. U. Shit. U. Make sure they have the same baseline height. I don't think they do. Control C. Okay. U. That's the same. 7/11/16, right? Lock it. Control V. Yeah. 117/11/16. UU. 117. That's the same. This is the same. Yep. And this is the same. You gotta make sure these. Yep, that's the same. So we're all set up. And Okay, so far we're good. Now you just have to know off the top of your head, turn on the line weights. You have to know off the top of your head that this is going to have this shape. You just have to know it's going to have that kind of shape. So you work it out. And this is going to have this shape. I'm just telling you that's where the shape is. That's if you know how. You just have to know that. So it'll make it easier for you. Okay. You know this is going to be like, and this is going to be like this. You just have to know that. Now, if you look at your as-built plan, this is where this roof, and this roof meet. And they meet at this point right here. I'm just telling you they do. Or I don't care. You can put it right over here. But what I'm saying is, if these roofs had the same pitch, I'm going to tell you. What am I going to tell you? WA. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to tell you that point that I just talked about, this point is really going to be here. This blue line, by the way, represents the center line of this wall. Okay, it just does. It represents the center line of the wall. You know that's what's going to happen. There's a center line of the wall right about in. Let's see. Let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, that's right in the center of the wall. So that's right in the center of the wall. You know that's there. So you know that that point where all that stuff meets is going to be on the center of this wall, but center of this blue line. But where along this blue line? Well, if it was a true hit with all the right, what's throwing it off is these wall lengths are different. This wall length doesn't match that. This doesn't match this. That doesn't match this, which, just believe me, it throws it off. If it did, then this hip right here would hit right here on this blue line further up the roof. But I think if you look at your picture, in fact, let's do it this way. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this over to here. In fact, someone might say it really is going to be WA. It's going to be really right in line with that. So let's just do it that way, okay? So you kind of have to know that this is how this thing's going to be built. This is the shape of the roof. This isn't your typical roof. This is why things that sometimes have to be built manually. I know where all that stuff is, okay? Okay. Now I'm going to get to the really tricky part, okay? See how that stuff is all matching right there? That's where it should be, shouldn't it? But what is the elevation here? What determines that elevation? I don't know. I do and I don't. I do and I don't understand it. Now I think this roof, Control C, Control V. You kind of have to know some of this geometry. If you don't know the geometry, you're gonna have a heck of a time with it. 3 break. You just have to kind of. This is by feel, by heck, and by golly. Okay. 09. Right there. I'm gonna put it right there because I'm gonna build it, and it's gonna have the same baseline height as this. U. Lock the pitch. Baseline height. Control C. Cancel. U. Lock pitch for right now. I want the baseline height to be right there. So they all have the same baseline. And I know this thing's going to go right to there. I know it's just going to go up to the ridge, okay? And I know this is going to come across like this. And I know I know, this is the tricky part here. I know I want this to meet at this, where this ridge beam, where this roof beam hits this roof beam. That's that corner right there. That's what I'm just locating. And so I'm going to put this roof, tab. I'm going to put this roof baseline 09. This is semi-arbitrary right there. And I know this corner has to meet right at that corner. I'm just telling you, that's the way it's going to work. And it's definitely going to fit right on that blue line. And I know that I'm going to have another one of these roofs just on the other side. 08 to copy, 05 to reflect. There it is. Now the question is, and I know that's going to meet right there. And I know this is going to meet right at this corner here. I know all that stuff. I'm just telling you I do. Because I know the geometry. Okay, do I like that? What's the pitch? I'm going to change the pitch. I'll change I think I'm going to change the pitch. I'm going to lock the baseline height, and I'm going to change the pitch to 4. Just see where it ends up. 4. Yeah, that's good. Okay, here. Lock the baseline, change the pitch to 4, because your other roofs are 4. So I made a decision. Okay? Looking pretty good now, aren't we? Now, here's the key. Now, this is now defining the ridge of these 3 roofs. That's where the key is. Because remember, I made this a 4 and 12 pitch, that's 4 and 12, this is 4 and 12, and that's 4 and 12. F6. W. So let's see what's going to happen. I know that is going to intersect. There. I know those two are going to create a valley, don't I? 2 create a valley. Pretty good, right? I just created that valley. I know where all that stuff is. Now I'm going to come over here to. What am I going to come over to? What? Oh, is that right? Sorry, I got to think. Oh, yeah, that is going to be. I forgot now. No, escape. It's getting late, buddy. Oh, it's this. That needs to come up like that. I just know from experience that's the way it should be. That's the shape of that thing. And I know this height, the height of this point is at my baseline height, right? I know it's a 4 and 12 pitch, so I get this elevation right here. That's matching, so that's good. Now I'm going to merge those 2 roof planes. It should be good, right? Perfect. Okay, are we good to go so far? 7-7. Now I know this is a 4 and 12 pitch. I know this is a 4 and 12 pitch. I know what the baseline heights are. These 2 here have the same roof pitch and the same baseline. But this is where it gets a little tricky. What's my ridge height? That's my ridge height. Copy it. Cancel. Lock the baseline. I don't want the baseline because it's sitting on that roof beam. But I'm going to change the ridge height. Control V. Watch the pitch. What's the pitch going to be? Oh, 4 7/16. I hope that works. Okay. What about this one? Lock the baseline line height. Change the pitch. Control V. Come over to this one here. I want to lock the baseline height. but the ridge is going to change. Control V. Look at the pitch is going to change. 7/16. Hopefully this all worked. So now I can merge this roof with this roof. 2. 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 Merge this with this. You got me so far? Oops. Oh, I hope that didn't mess me. Okay, I think that worked. I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. And I'm gonna, what I'm doing is I'm just merging. Look at this. I'm merging that with that. That's all I'm doing. That's where it is. Right. Now you want MT. You want an 18-inch eave there, don't you? You want that to be an 18-inch eave. But because these pitches are different, the eave lengths are going to be different. So you have to just change this to eave to match there. And you can see that it's going to fix itself. See how that should be nice and clean. One has a gutter, one doesn't, I guess. Come over to here. And it's not going to be an 18-inch eave, but you got to make sure that matches. Perfect. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You have to manually change these because it's not going to have the same eave length. And the reason why this is like this is because the edges of your bay are not equal. Yeah, and that's as close as I'm going to get, I guess. Anyway, there you go. 7/7. So to review what happened, you want these to be at a certain baseline height and a pitch. That's what it's going to be. You know that these three are going to have a certain baseline height, but you don't know the pitch. The pitch is going to change. But you know where the baseline is. You will then make a determination at where this point is. You will determine, not the elevation yet, but you will determine in plan view where that point is. And so you'll make sure that this point beats that point right there. You remember how I did it? I just assumed they're going to pull a rafter across here or beam across here and support that hip point right there. I'm going to put a beam right across there. You got me what I'm saying? Right there, right there. That's where I determined that hip point was going to be right on that line and on the ridge. So then this roof has to be at that corner, that point. That roof has to be at that point. But I still don't know the slope, the pitch, do I? So then I just know that I create this roof and this roof, which are the same roofs. I know I want them to have the same baseline height, and I know I want that baseline height to start right in line with this corner where all that stuff meets. I draw that roof, manipulate the shape because I know from experience that's what the shape is. That gives me my height. That gives me my ridge height. That gives me the ridge height that these should have. And so by selecting these, locking the baseline height, and changing the ridge height, you get the right point they meet. But what happens is the pitch of these roofs change. And since the pitch of the roofs change, the eave length changes a little bit. There you go. That's pretty good. There you go. And Jim had it nailed. Jim guessed what it was. Perfect. Done. That's the end. Thanks for the question. Very nice.